نحمده ونصلي ونسلم على رسوله الكريم أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم واعتصموا بحبل الله جميعا ولا تفرقوا واذكروا نعمة الله عليكم إذ كنتم أعداء فألف بين قلوبكم فأصبحتم بنعمته إخوانا إلى آخر الآية. وقال الله عز وجل في مقام آخر وأما بنعمة ربك فحدث. صدق الله مولانا العظيم. My dear brothers and respected elders and honorable ulama, we were talking about Sahaba Kiram Ridwanullahi Ta'ala alayhim ajma'in. So the era of Sahaba Kiram Ridwanullahi Ta'ala alayhim ajma'in and the era of Tabi'een and the era of Taba Tabi'een. Sahabi is a companion of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam who saw Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam with Iman. And with the same faith he passed away. We will call him a Sahabi. So a person who left Islam after meeting Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, or he said something against Islam, we will not call him a Sahabi. The way all the Anbiya are ma'asum, that is our aqidah, that is our faith, that Anbiya cannot make any kind of mistake, whether it's major or whether it's minor. So, and they cannot make mistake whether it's deliberately or whether it's accidentally. Accidentally they cannot make mistake. That is something new for you. Because you will say Musa alayhi salatu salam made a mistake, and then Adam alayhi salatu salam made a mistake. Is mistake is something that person he does it or it happens. It happens. It happens. And because Anbiya Kiram alayhim as-salawat wa taslimat, for them taqdeer is mujbir. This is what I want you to understand. That is very, very important part, and it will be a bit hard to, understand until you are fully here. What is taqdeer all about? Destiny. Taqdeer is the knowledge of Allah upon His all creations. Yes? Taqdeer is the knowledge of Allah upon His all creations, that this particular creation will be born at that time and will die at this time, will eat this and that, will live like this and that, will say do good deed or will commit bad deeds. For example, Allah Allah has written it down before. Taqdeer is the knowledge of Allah about His all creations, that He has written it before about us and about all His creatures and creations and everything that they're gonna, everything about them, Allah has written it down before. So there can be two reasons. Number one reason, that Allah has written it down so they will have to do it. They will have to do it. Or Allah has written it down because He knew that they're gonna do it. That's two different things. Allah has written it down because He knew that they're gonna do it. This is what we Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah believe. Allah has written it down because He knew that we're gonna do it. So there is a difference between the knowledge of Allah and knowledge of other people and other creations, or even the knowledge of prophets. That Allah knowledge is about the things that is going to be happening. So that's the difference between the knowledge of Allah and knowledge of all the other creations. Allah knows everything from before. And Allah has written it down not because He has written it down so we'll have to do it. We'll have to? No. For example, Allah has written down, God forbid, about this person that he's gonna kill someone. So now he is killing someone, so what are you gonna say? Oh, because he has written it down, so he has to kill it. He has to kill that person, or he has to kill that creature, for example? No. Otherwise, what's the point of him saying, do not kill anyone? وَلَا تَقْتُلُوا أَوْلَادَكُمْ خَشْيَةَ إِمْلَاقٍ نَحْنُ نَرْزُقُهُمْ وَإِيَّاكُمْ إِنَّ قَتْلَهُمْ كَانَ خِطْئًا كَبِيرًا. What's the point of him saying, do not kill anyone? Yes? So we need to understand the philosophy of taqdeer. Now, taqdeer in five things. Taqdeer is mujbir. Mujbir means whatever is written down has to happen in the same way. Whether you want it
or not.
Whether you like it
or not.
Yes, in five things. Number one, life and death. It's not in your hand. That's why when someone passed away, what we normally say?
Inna lillahi
wa inna ilayhi raji'un. And that was the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when someone comes into life, what we say? Alhamdulillah, subhanallah. And that was the will of Allah azza wa jalla. Whether you want girl or whether you want a boy. Am I clear? Similarly, so one is life and death. Second thing is happiness and sadness. That is not in your hand. That is in the hand of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Similarly, rizq, whether you will have ease in your life or whether there will be hardships in your life, that is not in your hand. So ease in life and hardships, all these come from Allah. There will be another reasons behind it. There will be another hikmah behind it. So, because He wants you to come in front of Him. He wants to cry in front of Him. He wants you to come out from your ego. And He wants you to come cry in front of Him to show Him that yes, you are the creator and I'm the creation. So He wants this. That's why He wants you to come for salah all the time. That's why He wants you, if you have money, do not put. One is to make money. And do something for it. That is something Allah Azza wa Jalla likes it. Al-Kasibu Habibullah. The one who goes and finds, wealth for his life in a halal way. Allah likes it, and that the person becomes Habib of Allah Azza wa Jal. But if you love that money, then Allah doesn't like it. So love of dunya, Allah doesn't like it. Love of dunya. So when the Hajj becomes first upon you, Allah wants you to go straight away and do Hajj there. And every act of Hajj, if you look at it deeply, it shows like Allah wants you to love Him. Isn't it? Isn't it? So what I'm trying to say here, we need to understand that the hardships and ease in our lives, that is in the hand of Allah Azza wa Jalla. And there are wisdoms, Allah's wisdom behind it. And similarly, how much you can make. For example, opening a shop. For example, that is in your hand. That is in your hand. But how many people are going to come to buy something from your shop? That is in the hand of Allah. You cannot change it. You cannot change it. So these things are in the hands of Al-Hayatu wal-Mamatu. All these things that I mentioned in front of you, approximately 5 things, these are in the hand of Allah, means you are mujbir. Now, for example, someone say, ilm and jahl is in the hand of Allah. No, that is in your hand. Means you cannot say tomorrow, I never learned anything that was in the will of Allah. No. You cannot say that. That is in your hand. If you want to learn something, go and learn it. If you don't want to learn it, it's up to you. Am I clear? So just giving an example that most of the things in our life, but I can say all the things in our life, Allah has given us a level of choice. A level of choice. And that is that I can pick up one of my choices. No, one of my step. One step. But I cannot pick up 2 steps together. Can I? Can I? So I have given a choice to a certain level. Everything is under the will of Allah. Let me give you an example, and for you to understand, you will have to be here. Someone is going to, God forbid, someone is going to kill someone. Someone is going to kill someone. First of all, Quran is saying do not kill someone. Yes. Then there will be approximately more than 300 ways are there to tell you not to do it. 300 ways. There are parents there, your sister, your family, your friends will be, all these they will be saying to you, do not do it. The law of land, so many other things because of there's jail there, there's a prison there. So there's so many things that will tell you do not do it, do not do it, do not do it, do not do it, do not do it. So here, listen to this. Here there is your mashiyyat. Here is your mashiyyat. You want to do it now. You want to do it. You want to do it. So there are 5 things, remember for the rest of your life. Maratibul qasd khamsun hajisun zakaru. فخاطر فحديث النفس فاستمع يليه هم فعزم كلها رفعت سوى الأخير ففيه الأخذ قد وقع. مراتب القصد خمس هادس ذكر. When we do something, when we want to do something, it has 5 levels. For example, if I want to do something, say for a little while, astaghfirullah, God forbid, take me as an example. I'm thinking about someone, I need to kill him. And thus for a little while that thought came into my brain, in my mind, and then went away. This is we call it hajis. We call it hajis. And then sometime I think about it, and it stayed little while in my brain. فهاجس مراتب القصد 5 هاجس ذكر. خاطر is when it will be in my brain. Then the 3rd level is when I start speaking about it in my mind. Shall I do it? No. Shall I do it? No. Shall I do it? Or shall I not? Yes? This is we call it hadithun nafs. فَخَاطِرٌ فَحَدِيثُ النَّفْسِ فَاسْتَمِعَ يَلِيهِ هَمٌّ. After this there's a hum. Hum is when you think, okay, I think I can do it and now I need to make some plans for it. That shows that little hum, oh, this person is going to be firm about it. Yes? But still he is under of doing it or not doing it. Whether can I do it or
not.
No. This is what we call a hum. And then after that we call it azm. The last one is azm. Azm. Yes? So I'm talking about this azm when a person made firm intention that I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm giving an example of a person who's going to kill someone. He made a plan. Now that's his mashiyat goes work with his azm. Everything we say, nothing can possible without the will of Allah. It can possible?
No.
Can? Eh?
No.
No. So now this person is going. Allah doesn't want him to do that. Allah doesn't want him to do that. Sometimes what happens, the taqdeer of Allah becomes in front of him and say to him, you can't do it. For example, the firm intention of Sayyidina Umar radiallahu ta'ala. What he wanted to do? He wanted to kill Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He wanted to kill Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He made intention. He wanted to do it and he came out for him. He came out for this with this, bad intention. But then he could or he couldn't
do it.
He could or he couldn't. He couldn't. That never happened, isn't it? So sometime Allah's taqdeer will come in front of you. Allah irada. Your irada is there. Irada means when you want to do something. So your azam is there that you want to do it. And Allah's irada comes right in front of you and you won't be able to do it no matter what. Do whatever you want to do. But sometime Allah Azza wa Jal makes you to understand through this way, 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 and you don't want to understand it, and you definitely want to do it. At that time Allah gives you, okay, go then. Go. And when you go, are you going without the will or with the will of Allah?
Without.
You cannot go, you cannot pick a step up without the will of Allah. وَمَا تَسْقُطُ مِنْ وَرَقَةٍ إِلَّا يَعْلَمُهَا. You cannot do anything without the will of Allah. Now the will of Allah is either ahead of you, or either with you, or either behind you. If Allah's will is ahead of you, so then doer is who? Who is doing it then? Allah is doing it. I'm not doing it because His will is ahead of me. His will is, I cannot do anything without His will, isn't it?
True.
So if His will is ahead of me, then who is the doer? Allah is the doer. And Allah will never kill anyone. Allah will never kill. Allah is not a killer. And Allah's will cannot be behind you. Because Allah doesn't follow anyone. Allah doesn't follow
anyone.
Allah doesn't follow anyone. So Allah's will is with you at the same time. Allah's will sometimes goes according to the nature and according to the chahat and the mashiyat and the irada and the intention of a person. In spite me making you makes you understand, in spite me sending prophet, in spite me sending Quran, the tilawat and wa'az, and so many people are making you understand. You don't want to understand, so okay, go for it. Because you cannot do anything without my will, so my will has to be with you there. This is taqdeer ulama. This is taqdeer or Allah. Now why I'm mentioning this? With Anbiya, taqdeer is totally mujbir. For us, la taqdeer is mujbir in how many things? Five things. With Anbiya, they cannot do anything in their life without the will of Allah. Anything means anything. The quickest thing, the easiest thing that a person can move is
tongue.
وَمَا يَنْطِقُ عَنِ الْهَوَىٰ إِنْ هُوَ إِلَّا وَحْيٌ يُوحَىٰ. A Sahabi was told, isn't he? Do not write anything. Prophet Muhammad is a human. Sometimes he is happy and sometimes he is not happy. Abdullah ibn Amr ibn As was told, isn't he? He was told, do not write everything. He used to write everything. He was told, do not write everything, because Prophet Muhammad, ahyanan fi halat al-ghadab, he is a bashar. Sometimes he will be happy, sometimes, so do not write everything. So he stopped writing. And then Prophet Muhammad asked after a few days, where أين ذاك الفتى الذي كان يكتب? Where the young man who used to write, where is gone? So they told him the story. Prophet Muhammad said, call him. When he came back, Prophet Muhammad said, what happened? He said, I used to write everything. So these brothers were saying that you are human and sometimes you will be happy and sometimes you will not happy. Maybe you will say something and I shouldn't write every single thing. So I don't know what to write and what not to write. So I stopped writing. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Uktub, فَوَاللَّهِ لَا يَخْرُجُ مِنْ فِيَّ إِلَّا الْحَقِّ. Write down everything, because from my mouth nothing comes out but the truth. Why? Because even his tongue is in the control of Allah. They are the ambassadors of Allah. وَمَا يَنْتِقُ عَنِ الْهَوَىٰ. So that's why Anbiya taqdeer is mujbir. Mujbir means whatever is written down for them
will happen.
So that will happen. MashaAllah. His brain is here. He is here, MashaAllah. But with Anbiya, the taqdeer definition is different. With Asla, taqdeer definition is different. Allah has written it for us because He knew that we're going to do it. For them, Allah has written it because Allah wants them to do it the way He wants, the way He written it for them. Am I clear now? Yes? That's why Anbiya are ma'asum, means there is no khata in their life. Because whatever is done is because of Allah. He has written it down. Am I clear now? Am I clear now? Yes. Now come to Sahaba Kiram. Sahaba Kiram are mahfuz. They are no ma'asum. They mahfuz mean they are protected to commit a major sin. So protection, sometimes Allah leave it there upon them, and sometimes Allah takes it away. Sometimes Allah takes it away. To keep it on them, there is wisdom, and to take it away from them, there is a wisdom. I'm gonna make you understand. To keep them in that protection, what is the wisdom of Allah? They are the first witness of Islam, number one. Number two, they are the companions of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Number three, they lived under the supervision of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the highest teacher amongst all the teachers. So he is the highest teacher amongst all the teachers. So what about his tarbiyah then? If they make a lot of mistakes, then a person can tomorrow say, how come Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was best of the teachers and his companions are making them that much mistake living under his supervision? So if a person say that Sahaba Kiram made a lot of mistakes, so he's not saying anything about Sahaba actually. Directly he's talking about Sahaba, but indirectly he's actually talking about the supervision of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So you will have to be very careful. Most of the time, Sahaba Kiram are under the cover, under the protection. But sometimes Allah takes it away. Takes it away. Why? To create a difference between a Nabi and between a Sahabi. To create a difference between Nabi and Sahabi. Sahabi can make mistake. Ma'iz Aslami radiyallahu ta'ala anhu committed zina. But then the same Sahabi, because of the supervision of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because of the companionship of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, keeps coming to Rasulullah sallam, make me clean ya Rasulullah, make me clean ya Rasulullah, make me clean ya Rasulullah. I don't want to die like this. I don't want to go in front of Allah having the tag of
Sin.
the big sin. So please clean me ya Rasulullah. So he has shown it through his action that yes, I've done that. And as a human, I made that mistake. Yes. No, even one Sahabi. There's another Sahabi as well. She came as well again and again. Prophet Muhammad sallam wanted her to go. Prophet Muhammad said to her, how do you know whether you are, pregnant with this or not? So she said, okay, I'll check this. After pregnancy, she came again, holding the kid, holding the newborn baby. Prophet Muhammad said, now this newborn baby needs you more than this Sharia act that needs to be done upon you. She wants stoning to be done. So she went, and according to one narration, 2.5 years. According to other narration, 3.5 years. For 3.5 years, 1 and 9 months. So approximately for 4.5 years, Prophet Muhammad was keep saying to her, go back and go back and go back and go back. And she was coming. Can you understand her fight level? So when we speak about Sahaba Kiram, and when we say anything about ill of Sahaba Kiram, at that time we need to understand that their supervisor was Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Am I clear? So Sahaba Kiram, we normally use word mahfuz. They are protected, but sometimes the protection Allah takes it away to show us that they are human. They are not prophets. They will make mistakes, and they will show you how to do tawbah. They'll show you how to do tawbah. So you have good examples in front of you that how they did tawbah, so that you can do the same. Am I clear? Am I clear? Few things. Can a Sahabi say something against another Sahabi or not? Can a Sahabi say something against another Sahabi or not? That's a question.
No.
When it's come to personal life of two Sahaba Kiram, yes, they can say something. Yes, they can say something. But if the other person, he didn't like it, this Sahabi will definitely go and say sorry to him. This Sahabi will definitely go and say
sorry.
Hazrat Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiyallahu ta'ala anhu somehow said something in a harsh way to one Sahabi. So that Sahabi became
Offended.
So Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiyallahu anhu after a little while realized that I made a mistake. So Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiyallahu anhu was keep on going to him, please forgive me, please forgive me, please forgive me, please forgive me. And he was quiet, he was not saying anything. Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiyallahu anhu said, so you are not going to forgive me then? You understand?
Yeah.
So वो कहने लगा भाई अजीब बात है, गुस्सा भी खुद करो, माफी भी जोर से मांगो. If you know what I mean. You made a mistake and now you want me forcefully to
Forgive
you. So Abu Bakr Siddiq came to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Rasulullah, I made a mistake. I was, I don't know, I was in a situation and I said something in a harsh way to him and now he's not happy with me. And I said to him to forgive me. Prophet Muhammad called him. So he said, what's the problem? He said, Ya Rasulullah, Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu anhu said something in a very harsh way to me and I didn't like it. Now he wants me to forgive him forcefully. So Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, Abu Bakr can do that. That's Abu Bakr. He can do that. Allahu Akbar. That's Abu Bakr. You have to be very careful with Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala. So then he said, if that's the situation, Ya Rasulullah, from my side Abu Bakr is
forgive
forgiven. From my side Abu Bakr is
Forgive
Why am they saying this? There is an ayah of Quran. Quran is saying Sahaba Kiram, when it come to each other, they are like brothers. Ruhama'u bainahum. There's a book written down, book called Ruhama'u bainahum. This, you know that little small word, Ruhama'u bainahum, that can separate us from Shias. This little word, Ruhama'u bainahum. In personal things, a Sahabi is not allowed to stay angry with the other Sahabi for more than
3 days.
3 days. In personal matters. Forget about the matters that we are talking about, maybe community matters or maybe political.
Matters.
No way, no chance. No chance. No chance. Now you will say, oh, there's a big matter happened between Sayyidina Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu and Sayyidina Amir Muawiyah radiallahu. So I will say, who started it first? Abdullah ibn Sabah, Jewish, he started it. They started it, and they started it with proper plan. First, they killed Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They tried 7 times according to what I mentioned before. And at the end they succeeded. Then they tried about, in the days of Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu anhu, to make him very busy with, inner problems of the Khilafah. Instead of him to go to, different countries or conquer some other countries, to go for jihad and conquer some other countries. So they made him busy with what? With inner problems. Here this person, Tulayha, he claimed to be a prophet. Sajah claimed to be a prophet. Abu al-Aswad al-Anasi, he claimed to be a prophet. Here, Musaylam, one person, isn't he? It wasn't one person. Musaylamat al-Kazzab, he claimed to be a prophet. Tulayha, he claimed to be a prophet. Sajah, she was a lady, she claimed to be a prophet. Yes? Am I clear? So for them, it was for them that let him, busy in this. In the days of Umar radiallahu anhu, it was hard for them. It was hard for them. But at the end, they succeeded with Sayyidina Umar radiallahu anhu. They killed him as well. And then in the days of Uthman ibn Affan, first 6 days, because of the system of Sayyidina Umar radiallahu anhu, that's how strong it was. They couldn't do anything. And so, first 6 to 8 years was absolutely fine. But last 4 years of Sayyidina Uthman ibn Affan again went under the shaitani of Abdullah ibn Sabah. So now everything's happening. Whatever happened, it was because of Abdullah ibn Sabah. In the days of Uthman ibn Affan radiallahu ta'ala anhu, when Uthman ibn Affan radiallahu ta'ala anhu was killed, after that, approximately no less than 13 according to one narration, or according to other narration, no less than 6 letters being written down from Sayyidina Amir Muawiyah ibn Abi Sufyan, that it's not about me, it is all about the people of Sham. Now we need to understand here, people of Sham. We need to understand the difference between the people of Sham and people of the capital city. What was the capital city at that time? That's the problem. It was Kufa. Sayyidina Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu left Madinatul Munawwara when he became Caliph of Islam, and he told the main problem is in the Kufa. So inshallah, if I want to solve it, I need to go there. And the rest of the people said to him, do not go there because Kufi la Yufi, they wafa nahi karte, do not go to them. So anyway, Hazrat Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu got killed there. Hazrat Ali radiallahu anhu, son Sayyidina Hassan radiallahu anhu, even Hussein radiallahu ta'ala. So let me come to the point. Hazrat Amir Muawiyah radiallahu ta'ala anhu was the governor of Syria in the days of Abu Bakr, in the days of Umar, in the days of Uthman ibn Affan. Yes. Even in the days of Ali radiallahu anhu, he was there or no? He was there. So for him, the whole Syria was like under one umbrella. So whole Syria, people, Syrian, they wanted the revenge of Uthman ibn Affan. That wasn't only mutalaba of Amir Muawiyah. It was the people of Syria. They wanted it. So he wrote few letters. And anyway, the letter didn't work, and there were so many reasons. I'm not going to go into it now. Inshallah, Aziz, in some other time, inshallah, I'll mention the whole story fully. But here, there's one thing that I want you to focus on. The one thing, when they came, when they stood against each other, so one is reminding the other one the hadith of Rasulullah. Have you heard this? Rasulullah was saying this. The other one saying, have you heard this? Rasulullah was saying this. Oh, about you, oh Zubair, wow, about you, Talha, Prophet Muhammad. So they all, we are doing something wrong. So they made a decision, and they reached to a conclusion, and they agreed upon conditions with each other. Everything was solved in the night. Now in the troops of Sayyidina Ali radiallahu ta'ala, there were no less than 10 to 20,000 people of Abdullah ibn Sabah. And in the troops of Sayyidina Amir Muawiyah, there were no less than 700 to 800 people of Abdullah ibn Sabah. So in the night, both sides, they went and they killed people from both sides. Yes? So back in the days, when two troops used to stand against each other, they used to wear separate clothes or uniform to understand. Yes? So those brothers, those munafiqeen who went to kill some people from Hazrat Ali radiallahu anhu side, they were wearing the clothes of Amir Muawiyah's side. And those people who killed people from the side of Sayyidina, that happened in the night. And they were wearing the clothes of Sayyidina Ali radiallahu anhu side. So obviously, what the Sahaba can understand?
There's confusion.
There was clear confusion that, you cannot go there, confusion basically. Yes, so they were clear, Hazrat Ali side, Amir Muawiyah side, they went against the treaty. And here, obviously, those people who made this, they started fighting. No, they started talking about it. Oh, that happened because of Amir Muawiyah in the troops of Amir Muawiyah. Oh, that happened because of Sayyidina Ali radiallahu anhu. He went against the treaty. They said, he went against the. That's how it started. So we say it wasn't because of Sayyidina Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu, and it wasn't because of Sayyidina Amir Muawiyah radiallahu ta'ala anhu. It was because of the student of Abdullah ibn Sabah. Am I clear? So we believe Sahaba Kiram are mahfuz. If a person say to you that there's a we heard authentic there's a narrations saying that Amir Muawiyah radiallahu ta'ala anhu used to say to his governors on Friday, when you come on member, say some bad words about Sayyidina Ali radiallahu ta'ala. Okay, that's a narration. Yes, that's a
narration.
Now I am coming to Quran. Quran is saying this Quran is written by very kind people. Quran is written by very kind people. One of the writers is Amir Muawiyah. Now, according to Quran, he is very kind amongst the whole mankind. Kiramin Barara. He is very kind amongst all the kind people. And then at the same time, you want me to believe that this Amir Muawiyah, when he became Caliph of Islam, was saying to his governors, go and say something on Friday against Sayyidina Ali radiallahu anhu and use swear words. How they're going to work together? Either I need to believe on this word that you're mentioning, or either I need to believe on the word of Quran Kiramim. There's no two ways. Yes? Either I need to believe on this. Am I clear? Yes, on the other side, we have no less than 13 ahadith in where Sayyidina Amir Muawiyah radiallahu anhu is sitting with someone, talking to him and saying to him, can you please mention to me some noble words of Sayyidina Ali radiallahu anhu? And in one narration he's saying to someone, can you please mention some good qualities of Sayyidina Ali radiallahu anhu? And the Sahabi started mentioning good qualities, and Amir Muawiyah started crying. And he said, Wallah, he was even better than this. He was even better than this. We have these ahadiths in front of us. So what I'm trying to say, if there is something mentioned in the history, and if there is something mentioned in the Quran is saying ruhama'u baynahum, ruhama'u baynahum, ruhama'u baynahum. They were used to, they were like brothers for each other. And here you are saying that they are enemies of each other, because history that has been written by Shias, they are portraying Sahaba Kiram in such a way in front of us, they were like enemies of each other. So what am I going to do? Am I going to believe on Quran and the words of Quran, or am I going to believe on the words of history? If I'm a believer, I'll have to go towards Quran. Allah Azza wa Jal portrayed Sahaba Kiram in a way that they are brothers. Innamal mu'minuna ikhwa. Innamal mu'minuna. Do you believe that Sahaba Kiram were Muslim or they all were mu'minun? We believe that all were mu'minun. They were all mu'minun. So if they are mu'minun, Quran is saying Innamal mu'minuna ikhwa. Mu'minins are brothers. So we need to understand when we listen to so many scholars out there, especially nowadays in the days of social media, there are a lot of people sitting outside there. They're talking against Sahaba Kiram Ridwanullahi Ta'ala alayhim ajma'in. We are Ahlus Sunnah wal Jama'ah. We will never say anything against Sahaba. We will never say anything against Sahabi, because that goes against my iman, against my faith, because I have faith in Quran and the words of Quran, and the words of Quran and the words of Allah Azza wa Jal. The way Allah protects, Sahaba Ikram, I need to understand it. So this is one thing. That's why we say Sahaba Ikram are mahfuz. Am I clear? Am I clear? Now there's few things that inshaAllah Aziz we will be talking about. Few things. And that is related to our daily ikhtilafat. I'm going to be mentioning few things. Inshallah Aziz in the next sitting, inshallah. And that is rules of ikhtilaf. Number one, rules of dispute. Number two, I am going to mention there are two types of ikhtilaf amongst the Aimah. Two types of ikhtilaf there that we have been reading and that we have been learning. We need to understand and we need to address the ikhtilafat little bit, so that we can understand it. Just an example. Just as an example. The ikhtilafat of Aimah. I'm talking about four Imams. Imam Abu Hanifa, Imam Malik, Imam Shafi, Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal. So ikhtilafats of Imams are no kind of ikhtilaf that you can say that this person is right and this person is
Wrong. Can't do it.
You cannot say that.
No.
In another way, I'm going to give one example and then we'll go inshallah. Rafa Yadain, for example. Only one example. Rafa Yadain. According to Imam Sahib, Prophet Muhammad used to do it before, means in the early days of Madinatul Munawwara. Early days of his migration, Prophet Muhammad used to do it. Then he left it. Then he left it. So he said, as-salatu, according to him, according to Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi ta'ala, as-salatu, salah, actually, it was in the beginning, so many things were permissible. Slowly, all the things became
Faded away.
For example, walking in salah was allowed. Say wa alaykum as-salam in salah was allowed. If a person is saying assalamu alaykum, to say wa alaykum as-salam was
Allowed.
so allowed. So what happened in the beginning? So many things, because Quran was revealing. It was a new Sharia for them to understand. Coming out from there, movements and everything, their jobs, all of a sudden they're coming in front of Allah Azza wa Jal. You cannot move, you cannot do anything, you will have to be focusing. It was hard for them in the beginning. So slowly, from movement, Quran, so Salah came into the shape where you cannot do anything. So in the beginning it was allowed for them. That's the words of Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi ta'ala. So one of the things was Rafa Yadain as well. The Sahaba Prophet Muhammad used to do it in the early days of his migration in Medina, but then he left. These are the words of Imam. But at the same time, Imam Sahib is not saying that I don't believe that Prophet Muhammad never done it. Imam Abu Hanifa and none of the Ahnaf never mentioned in their books that we don't believe that Prophet Muhammad never done it. Yes, they do believe that Prophet Muhammad used to do it. Am I clear? But he left it at the end. But Imam Shafi'i, Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, and Imam Malik rahmatullahi ta'ala alayh, they are saying no. Sahaba Ikram used to do it. So there's a hadith of Rafa Yadain and there's a hadith of Tarku Rafa Yadain. One Imam is taking this and the other Imam is taking this. The dispute is which one is the best. So dispute is, if you think the dispute is, one is saying you will have to do this, otherwise your salah is not acceptable, and the other one is saying you will have to do this, otherwise your salah is not acceptable. No, that's not the case. The dispute is which one is
The best.
the best. That's it. Nothing else. Yes, afterwards some brothers came. We call them Ahlul Hadith brothers. And we love them for the sake of Allah Azza wa Jal. They came into exist. Yes. Now for them to understand the words of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, they want to understand it directly. They don't want anyone in between. Every one of them, they're saying we will learn Arabic. For example, if a person is a doctor or is engineer or whatever, take some time out. Come, you're going to learn everything. You will learn a hadith of by heart. You will have to learn all the ahkam of a hadith of ahkam. And we're going to tell you, this is the hadith right, this hadith is sahih and that's wrong, and this is sahih, this is wrong, this is sahih, this is wrong. Take the sahih one and throw the weak one, and thus say you become a mujtahid. Do whatever you want to do. So now he is saying, this is right. To me, this is right. To me, this is right. To me, this is right. So I start thinking, who am I to say to me? If I'm saying to me, so actually on the day of resurrection, if Allah asks me that why you have done this, so I will be answerable, isn't it? But if I say I have done this because of my trust upon the knowledge and the explanation of Imam Azam Abu Hanifa and his friends. So actually, Allah will never ask me for that. Allah will ask who? Imam Azam Abu Hanifa rahmatullah. So who is more saved, me or him? Me, I will be saved because I am going under the explanation of Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi ta'ala. Yes, I am going under because I have that trust in his explanation. Then there are few things that I'm going to mention in very detail, and then I'm going to mention both sides, a little comparison, and at the same time there will be a lot of respect for both sides. Because I'm not going to say anything with disrespect. I'm going to mention it, inshallah al-Aziz. So next our sitting will be very, very, very important because I'm going to be talking about Rafa Yadain, Amin bil Jahar, and all these things, inshallah al-Aziz. Inshallah, come together, inshallah, and sit together, inshallah. May Allah give us tawfiq. Jazakumullahu khair al-jazai fi dunya wal akhirah. Because I was talking about these things, so if you want to ask any question, inshallah al-Aziz, because these are disputable stuff.
So what are the beliefs? So they are, you've already mentioned Ahl Sunnah and so forth. What about the people, the Salaf, who basically say everything, all this is bid'ah. All the Imams, you're not supposed to follow them. We just go direct to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What are your thoughts on that?
Okay, this is a very detailed question. That's a very, very big question. Let me give you an example. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam sent Abu Musa Ash'ari radiallahu ta'ala to Yemen. You know, yes? So the Yemen people used to follow Abu Musa Ash'ari radiallahu ta'ala anhu's understanding, or they used to follow a hadith of Rasulullah. Abu Musa Ash'ari's understanding. Yes? Hazrat Abdullah ibn Mas'ud radiallahu anhu was sent by Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, then Umar radiallahu anhu, then Uthman ibn Affan to Kufa. So people of Kufa used to listen for fatwas, take for fatwas from Abdullah ibn Mas'ud radiallahu anhu, they used to go for Quran. Simple question. They used to ask from Abdullah ibn Mas'ud radiallahu anhu. Because you will think about yourself, and you should, that I am not on that level to take to make myself understand directly from Quran or directly from the words of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Am I clear? Am I clear?
Yeah.
Then the same case was going on in the days of Sahaba Ikram. For example, that's the early days. Then the early days of Sahaba Ikram means big Sahaba. Then we see small Sahaba Ikram. For example, Abdullah ibn Umar used to give fatwa. Abdullah ibn Jabir, he used to give fatwa. Abdullah ibn Abbas. Why they used to give fatwa then? If nobody listens to them, everybody is going to hadith directly. So what's the point of them to be mufti then? Think about it. They were mufti because people used to come to them and ask them questions. Am I clear? Yes? Am I clear? Now, if some brothers are saying, no, I'm going directly to Quran and I'm going directly to Hadith, so why can't I ask them question? Why was Sahaba Ikram coming to, in the days of, after the demise of Rasulullah, why they used to come to Hazrat Ali? Why they used to go to Sayyidina Uthman ibn Affan? Why they used to go to ask, from Abdullah ibn Mas'ud? Why Abu Darda radiallahu anhu? Why there were 23 fuqaha Sahaba Ikram then? And the Quran is saying, فَلَوْلَا نَفَرَ مِنْ كُلِّ فِرْقَةٍ مِّنْهُمْ طَائِفَةٌ لِيَتَفَقَّهُوا فِي الدِّينِ وَلِيُنْذِرُوا قَوْمَهُمْ إِذَا رَجَعُوا إِلَيْهِمْ. And why Quran is saying, فَاسْأَلُوا أَهْلَ الذِّكْرِ then? فَاسْأَلُوا أَهْلَ الذِّكْرِ. Go and ask those people who understand.
Knowledge.
People are going to ask from the people of knowledge. So if there's Quran directly, if you are taking from Quran directly and you are taking from Hadith directly, so what's the point of Allah saying that go and ask from the people of
Knowledge.
So this is what we need to understand. Then you will say, oh, I am asking, I'm going according to the words of Imam Ibn Taymiyyah rahmatullahi ta'ala, for example. And I'm going to, according to the words of, Imam Shawkani rahmatullahi ta'ala. So I will say to you, mashallah, you go according to the words of Imam Ibn Taymiyyah. I will say to you, go, and mashallah, according to the word of Imam Shawkani, you go. But I'm going to go according to the words of Imam Abu Hanifa. He's going to go according to the words of Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, because most of the nation of Rasulullah sallam going according to the words of these four Imams. So who separated? Asla or you? We need to understand this. These are the things that inshallah we will be talking about in detail, and all of you are well educated to understand. And again, no disrespect to anyone's opinion. Just we need to sit together, we need to understand each other, we need to talk to each other in a way that, for example, there's a brother, he's doing the Fayadan, mashallah, do it. There's a brother who is not doing the Fayadan, mashallah. Both of you should and some brothers are saying, oh, there's only one way which is right. Who told you that? We are not talking about faith. I'm not talking about faith. I'm talking about normal a'mal. Salah, zakat, hajj, there will be disputes. And there is dispute already in the days of Sahaba Ikram, in the days of Tabi'een. How can you deny? We can give no less than 1,500 examples are there right now in the hadith book, in the books of hadith, in the days of Sahaba Ikram. So how can you deny them? So these are the things, inshallah, Aziz, we will be mentioning, inshallah. Aziz. Any other question?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
ये जो आपने बात की कि सारे आइम्मा अपनी जगह पे ठीक है,
जी,
तो जिस तरह हम अहले सुन्नत वाले हमारे वाला हम ये कहते हैं कि आपने फॉलो करना तो एक ही इमाम को फॉलो करना,
okay.
आपने अलग अलग पे नहीं जाना,
अच्छा.
इसलिए कि दीन में फिर ख्वाहिशात, तो अगर सब ठीक है, सब अपनी जगह पे है, तो फिर इसकी कोई
Okay. Now, there's one thing we say, all the Imams are right. And this is what we believe. This is what we want you to know, that all the Imams are right. Why do we say that? For example, if Imam comes, Shafi'i Imam, leading Salah, you shouldn't have any problem. You shouldn't have any problem. If the Imam is Hanafi, you shouldn't have any problem. If the Imam is Maliki, you shouldn't have any problem. If the Imam is Hanbali, you shouldn't have, because they all are Imams. This is why we say, if Imam is coming in front of you, but on the other side, God forbid, I'm going to give you an example, so for you to understand it. I was in Birmingham. One person came. This person was Egyptian. He got married to a Pakistani lady, and he gave her 6 divorces in one go. 6 divorces. So she went to a few mosques. They said, oh, nikah is finished and everything is finished. Then one of the imams of Central Mosque, he told him that if you want to understand these things, you need to go to Mufti Sahib. So they came to me. When they came to me, so I asked the brother, brother, where are you from? Through his English, I realized. He said, I'm from Egypt. I said, if I'm not making mistake, are you Shafi'i? He said, yes, I'm Shafi'i. So I said, is the matter of divorce or separation? She said, no. Separation is khula, divorce is talaq. There's a difference between both of them. Khula is in the hand of woman. And talaq is in the hand of man. So I said, okay, so it's not a separation, it's the matter of talaq. So now talaq is in the hand of man. So I said, are you Shafi? He said, yes. He said, yes. I said, by any chance, can you please tell me that have you ever been through any illness, like anger illness, anger issues? She said, before him, she said, that's the problem. That's his problem. I said, can I have something written from a doctor, written? She said, very easy, you can see his history. He's been taking, tablets for that. So when she showed me that, after looking at the history and everything, I read it. And then after that, I said, there is no divorce. None of the divorce took place here. So he said to me, how? I said, because Imam Shafi's rahmatullahi ta'ala alayhi fatwa is talaqul ghadbani la taqa. If a person has anger issue, the talaq will never take place. Talaq is not valid. So when we say that you have to believe in all of them, they are right, means that if someone comes and he got some personal issues or some issues that is related to, his fiqh, then the Mufti that's upon Mufti that he needs to give fatwa according to
His belief.
his Imam's fatwa. Am I clear? So this is what we need to understand. And one thing that for a common person, say like this brother, if he say, oh, this thing I can take you from this mazhab, and that thing I can take you from this one, you cannot do that.
No pick and choose.
No pick and choose. Go and follow the mazhab of one imam. And one thing I make it clear for you: if you believe, if you think that each fiqh was compiled by one person, you are definitely mistaken. Definitely. Each single fiqh was compiled by no less than 80 to 90,000 scholars. No less than 80 to 90,000 scholars. So keep whether it's fiqh Shafi'i or fiqh Maliki or fiqh Hanbali, if you know what I mean? Yes, brother.
Well, when you're talking about Taqdeer, the first murder by Qabil, and the second by Musa, and the third one by Khizr. What was behind that?
So now, Khizr alayhi salatu wassalam's situation was different. And the situation of Habil or Qabil, the Qabil one was exactly the way I mentioned it. Because he was told by his father, do not do that. And he was told even by his brother, do not
Do that.
do that. But Allah's will was with him, and then that's how he killed. Yes? Coming to the Musa alayhi salatu salam. Again, our day Musa alayhi salatu salam, we say taqdeer is mujbir. Yes? Taqdeer is, Allah wanted to punish that person who was an oppressor, because according to history that we read deeply, before that, this man was involved in approximately more than 30 to 35 killings. This man was involved in 30 to 35 killings. So Allah Azza wa Jal wanted to punish him with the hand of Musa alayhi salatu wasalam. And when it's come to Sayyidina Khizr alayhi salatu wasalam, so himself in the Quran, he has mentioned the wisdom behind it. He has mentioned the wisdom behind it. So there is a difference between three of them. So may Allah give us tawfiq to understand, inshaAllah al-Aziz. Is there any other question, my brothers?
We have questions, but we'll leave it for another day. Otherwise, we'll carry on and on.
May Allah reward you all, my brothers.
Yeah,
Jazakumullahu
very
khairan
interesting.
jaza.
Very
Jazakumullahu
interesting.
khairan.
The question
Sallallahu
for all
ta'ala
of
ala khairi khalqihi Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Bi rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin.